The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to you. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What's going on, everybody? Good morning. I hope everybody is having a great day. Gonna kind of give people a chance to roll on in here. Did not stream yesterday morning. Had some work stuff going on. Have some work stuff going on today too. So this going to kind of be a shorter stream because got to get after it again today. Have a bunch of early meetings. So, going to be a little bit of a shorter stream. But, man, I had to get after you guys and get with you guys about this whole market, man. This market took a big dive yesterday. It was not pretty at all. But we got some reasons why things are the way they are, and how we can deal with them positively and possibly make some money moving forward with them. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit this morning. But like I said, it's going to kind of be a shorter stream this morning because because I have a lot of stuff I got to take care of at work today as well. So we're going to kind of get after it real quick this morning, go after this market, let you guys know kind of what I'm seeing going on, kind of some explanations that I've come up with over why this market just basically went into crapper yesterday, the cryptocurrency market. So, but it's going to be kind of quick this morning. Probably looking to get out of here about 7:30, so about a half hour, but enough time to just get into a lot of this market stuff is probably all we're going to cover today. So, go ahead and get after it. Pre-markets are green. They look good. Markets look like they're going to open up in a decent position today. They look like, they're bouncing back from yesterday. They actually started to bounce back late yesterday. They started in red. They started really bad yesterday, but they bounced back. So, not a bad day to end the day and to start them up a little bit. LeGrand, how are you? Good morning. Good morning. We're just getting after it a little bit. Just starting. Just kind of looking at some of this market stuff. Market kind of took a dump yesterday. Just kind of figuring out why a little bit and where I think we're gonna head today. Stock market itself, looks like it finished the day in green yesterday. I mean, it started in blood red, but finished in green. And it looks like it's going to open up in a positive note again today. But that's a good thing because we need these futures to open up well today, especially for the cryptocurrency market, because last night was not such a great night for cryptocurrency. When you look at, I want to go over this Silvergate Capital, which is a large cryptocurrency. Let's call it a bank. It is what it is. But they found themselves in some financial trouble. Couldn't put out their yearly statements. Couldn't cover a lot. They can't guarantee they can cover all their assets, which is a big deal. And you see this big sell-off yesterday in the stock market with Silvergate. And it actually dropped about 46% of its stock value, which obviously causes a lot of concern in the cryptocurrency market because these guys hold a lot of loans, right? And actually, Coinbase themselves, yeah, it's bad. It's bad, LeGrand. But Coinbase itself actually quit accepting deposits from Silvergate as well. So obviously this was a big, huge deal. And the cryptocurrency market actually had a delayed reaction to this. It didn't react exactly when it happened. It was kind of later on in the day that it reacted. But you see the stock price, man. This thing dumped 46.8%, call it 47%. This is a large reason why the the cryptocurrency market itself dumped, is because of Silvergate Capital losing about 48% of its value yesterday. So, what's up, Brian? How are you? Good morning, man. Good morning, Brian. Good morning. But I just wanted to that's one of the reasons why I think we had this dump. A couple other reasons though, but really this really this is the big one. And Coinbase actually started to not accept Silvergate deposits as well, which is huge, right? So when you look at that's a big deal about why the stock market, why the cryptocurrency market took took a crap yesterday, pretty bad. Fear and greed index. You guys know that this is a lagging indicator. It's neutral. If this was really up to date, it would probably actually be in fear. But because it's about 24 hours behind, it's still sitting in neutral. Which I don't think the market itself is in neutral. I think it's more in fear. When you look at it, we lost over about $100 million in total market cap yesterday, over last night. We'll go ahead and take a look at this total market cap on the day. So when you look at the day, you can see we started the day, we were just trading along and trading sideways yesterday. And then all of a sudden this happened, right? And you've seen this market cap go from about 1 trillion, I don't know, probably 1 trillion, 50 to 40 down here to this line of it was actually 1 trillion 60 billion up in here, trading sideways between 1 trillion 60 and 1 trillion 80. It was just going along real nice. And then all of a sudden the actual market reacted to the Silvergate issue. And here's your dump, right? So you went from about 160 to 180, depending on what time you were looking at it, all the way down here to about 1 trillion 20. And once that initial dump happened, there's where you ended up. Now we're trading sideways, right? So this is what you want to see. This is actually a good sign right here that we're trading sideways on this 1 trillion 20 mark, just above the 1 trillion 20 billion mark. So, and it's been trading sideways for a little while. So that's actually a good thing. This is showing that the bottom's probably in for that dump, given how the market opens this morning. So I would wait. My suggestion is that you wait. Anybody who's looking to buy any type of crypto, probably wait until the stock market opens to see how this is gonna go, starting at about 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Because if Silvergate stock dumps anymore, you may see this market dump a little bit more due to some more fear. So I would wait. But if this thing continues to trade sideways after the stock market opens, I think we're pretty safe in saying that we're working our way out of this. Brian, all these exchanges shutting down on the 4 or 5 of March. Yeah, they're all looking for upgrades. They're all going to upgrade. Coinbase is shutting down. A bunch of them are just upgrading what they have going on. But yeah, it's convenient that they're all doing it at the same time. Do you think it's ISO or or Ripplecation. No, I think it's Silvergate. I think Silvergate, and then there's a couple other things that are going on that we'll get into here in a minute that I think is driving this market down in a downward trend. Even my small exchanges. Yeah, I think there's something going on with major cryptocurrency exchange updates that are happening in March. Not sure what it is. So they're not saying. So, but Coinbase actually shut down yesterday. They had an outage yesterday, which I think contributed to some of the sell off. They had an outage, and they went offline, and I think they did a reset last night. But Ether was sound suspicious. But either way sounds suspicious. Yeah, it does. There's something going on. All these exchanges get together and really shut down at the same time. Does sound a little suspicious. But we'll find out. And I just think that maybe there's a lot of upgrades that need to happen, maybe with the Ethereum merge over, maybe with a lot of this other stuff that's going on with custodial, with the SEC and in a lot of these regulations. Maybe they're just upgrading their sites, things like that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. They haven't came out and said it, but this thing continues to trade sideways, guys, this market cap. And that's actually a sign of strength, right? When we're trading sideways. But like I said, I would wait. I would wait until about 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Wait for the market to open. Wait and see what the Silvergate stock does. Because if there's another dump off, you could see another dump off in the market. So I would kind of hold off. I'll tell you guys right now, I did add to the BNB bag. Every time it's under 300, I add it. So I added last night. I actually added to the Matic bag as well. And these are short-term plays for me. I added to the Matic bag and I added to the XRP bag. But the XRP bag that I added to was my long-term bag. So I'm just kind of holding it up. I don't plan on selling any XRP anytime soon. So they're more the plays I made yesterday when the market actually crashed. So we'll see. I did add a little bit of Bitcoin as well, just a little bit, not too much. So grand. There's a never better time to educate people. Well, you jumped on me. To educate people about having their crypto in their own wallets. Yeah, you want to own your own crypto, guys. Right now, the exchanges are all, like I said, they're like Brian said as well. They're all getting ready to go through some upgrades in March. So a lot of these centralized exchanges will be down for a little while, including Coinbase. So there's a reason why they're all going down in March. We just don't know what that reason is yet. Good morning, Dr. Rob. None, man. We're surviving this crazy crypto morning, man. But yeah, you guys want to own your own crypto right now, especially on these exchanges. With these exchanges going down a little bit, you're going to want to make sure that your stuff is secure. What's good? XXI, what's good? What's good, everybody? Talking about this crazy market, man. Silvergate, I had a stock up here, dropped 48% of its stock price yesterday. Really can't produce a yearly statement right now because of where they're at financially, which was the reason for this dump off right here. And then we kind of looked at this recap for you guys. We kind of looked at this market cap, right? And how this whole thing played itself out. When you look at this market cap, we were trading sideways. And then there's a delayed reaction in the Bitcoin. sell off due to the Silvergate issue. And there's a couple other issues. I'll get to them in just a second. But as you can see, we went from like a 1 trillion 60 to 80 billion dollar market cap up in here, dropped all the way down to this 1 trillion 20 market cap area. We just kind of been trading sideways ever since, which is a good thing. You want to see this sideways action. It shows strength at that point, but I'm not gonna buy anything until the stock market opens. I did buy last night. I was telling these guys some BNB and some Matic, along with some XRP. But what I would suggest for this morning is not to buy until after the stock market opens, because if the Silvergate stock takes another tumble, you may see this reflected in the Bitcoin price as well. Was under the weather. Yeah, Rob, I hope you're feeling better. Grand XXI. Afternoon, Ken. Good afternoon to you. Good morning to us, man. I hope you're doing well, Ken. 12K XXI he's calling 12K Bitcoin, man. He's calling it. He's been calling it. I think if we go down, it'll be 16.5. Everybody's got their own estimates. I respect them all. But Silvergate didn't help us out, man. And if it opens up, it dropped 48% of its stock price yesterday. So obviously the market had a delayed reaction to that, but let it drop. I agree, LeGrand. Let it drop. Let it do its thing. Let's get all this news, all this stuff out of here, and then we can go ahead and move forward. But this market cap, though, after the drop, this could be it, right? This right here, this 1 trillion 20 billion could be it, because we're trading sideways now. But like I said, the Silvergate stock dropped 48% yesterday. If it opens up the market today and drops any more, this obviously could drop the Bitcoin price. You guys see how that happens, right? Want to get into a little bit more of this news, because I think a lot of this will drive our conversation. Crypto.com suspends the U.S. dollar transfers from Silvergate. As you guys can see, Crypto.com instantly suspended their transfers from Silvergate. Once this news came out of the stock market yesterday, and I don't suspect that Crypto.com is the only one that actually is going to suspend these transfers from Silvergate. I believe you're going to see a lot of the big cryptocurrency exchanges do the same. Just because right now Silvergate can't back their finances up. They haven't come out with their yearly statement. They're underwater, it sounds like. And that's a big deal, because this Silvergate is a cryptocurrency bank, guys. They can call themselves what they want, but a lot of cryptocurrency loans flow through Silvergate. Big Whale dumped a lot of BTC. You know who that Big Whale is, and I'm suspecting. I didn't find the story this morning because I didn't have enough time to look for it. But there's a Mt. Gox issue, and anybody who's familiar with Mt. Gox knows that it's one of the first cryptocurrency exchanges to trade Bitcoin. There's a settlement in that case where their creditors are going to get paid out, and they have a choice to get paid out either by Bitcoin or by dollar, right? And some of them are picking dollar. So my thought is, and that's supposed to happen next week. I think that the Mt. Gox trustee that's overseeing this bankruptcy case has to sell off some Bitcoin in order to pay the people out in the dollars that they want to get paid out in. So that's supposed to happen next week. So it wouldn't surprise me if the sell-off came from them, because it didn't come from retail. I can tell you that. Retail could never sell that much Bitcoin to dump the market that hard. Thank you, LeGrand. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks, LeGrand. Thanks, Daniel. That makes sense. Yeah, Brian. If you look up at and like I said, I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to pull the article this morning. I was reading it last night. But that settlement with Mt. Gox, a lot of people are taking, you have two options with this court case, with the settlement, the payout settlement. You can take it in cash, or you can take it in Bitcoin. So if the trustees are having to sell off the Bitcoin in order to cover the people that want to take it in cash, take their payout in cash, then you're going to see a little bit more of a dump, because they have to liquidate this Bitcoin, right? So that's one of the things I wanted to bring to your attention too, because that whale did dump. You had the Silvergate thing, and then you had the whale dump all that Bitcoin, and then you had my man Gary just can't be quiet. Gary come out and say that a lot of the cryptocurrency exchanges, the bigger ones, may or may not, or probably don't meet the qualifications to be a qualified custodian of your crypto, right? So this is the other issue, right? So we know that they're pushing custodial custody of assets on centralized exchanges, like they do on a stock exchange for decentralized exchanges. And a lot of decentralized exchanges want to be the custodian as well, and put up the firewall in between their custodial service and their exchange, kind of like Coinbase does. And then Gary comes out yesterday and says a lot of these guys don't meet the qualifications to be custodians. So obviously that's going to cause some more confusion in the centralized exchange environment, right? So we have all these stories coming together, and there's one more that kind of mirrors kind of this whole thing that happened yesterday. Is FTX new CEO confirms that 8.9 billion in customer funds are missing. So this came out yesterday as well. So what you have is all these stories coming out over a 24-hour period, and then it leads to this, right? Over 200 million worth of crypto futures liquidated post Silvergate crash, right? So when we're talking about futures trading, this is your shorting and your longs. If you really read what's going on here, over 200 million of longs got liquidated, which is exactly what you don't want to see. You want to see your short positions getting liquidated, because that means you're on your way up, right? The Bitcoin's on its way up. If your longs are getting liquidated, which they did yesterday for 200 million worth of longs, then that means you're crashing the market. So all of these people lost this money, this 200 million. So you do not want to see your longs get liquidated at this level. And when they do, you're in for a big downhill slide, which we seen yesterday. So 200 million worth of longs got liquidated yesterday. That's a lot of longs, guys. That's a lot of longs to get liquidated in a single day. So we have all these events that led up to the big event yesterday, right, of the market going down. So when these things happen like this, you end up losing what we lost yesterday was about 100 and I don't know, we can call it 120 million, 140 million out of the cryptocurrency market in a matter of hours. Hi, Kelcher. Good morning. Crypto always gets attacked always gets attacked during bear markets. It does. But these events, LeGrand, are a little bit more than just getting attacked over a bear market cycle. These are actually people who can't cover the assets in which they owe. That's a bigger issue than just getting attacked. Silvergate's in a lot of trouble, and they have a lot of loans out to cryptocurrency agencies. And that's the problem right now. Gotta bounce. All right, Brian, have a great morning. Cool and Chris is up with me early this morning. What's up, Cool? What's up, Cool? Good morning. Wait until mid to later March. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up in March too, guys. Like, you got inflation data that's coming out, you have job market that's coming out, you have rate increases that are coming out, you have consumer price indexes that are coming out, you have all this stuff, right? And it's worldwide. It's just not in the United States. There's worldwide stuff that's coming out that all can is probably not going to come out in favor of the markets, right? It's going to come out on the downside of the markets. And then you got people's credit, the credit card crisis right now, that people are living off their credit cards, and credit debt is at its all-time high ever. And then you have people not paying their car payments right now. That report came out that's high, right? So you have all this stuff coming at you. But Silvergate, right now, like I said, I bought a little bit of crypto last night when the market crashed, just because it hit my levels. But today, I wouldn't suggest you buy until after the market opens, because if Silvergate lost 48% yesterday, and it takes another dump today of 20 or 30%, it's going to affect this Bitcoin price, which is then going to affect the rest of this market. So you got to be careful. What's going on, Daniel? Nothing, man. Cool. I'm glad you're with me this morning, man. I'm glad you're up. Take care, Brian. Yeah. So, but you can see it in the market cap, right? This market cap lost, over 100 million yesterday, and that's a big hit. But I'm telling you, be careful with this Mt. Gox thing, because next week, I think it's March 10th, is when the trustee of the Mt. Gox situation is allowed to start paying people out that they owe their creditors, which are the investors, in either Bitcoin or dollars, and they get to pick which one they want, right? So if a lot of these guys are picking their payout in dollars, then they're gonna have to sell off this Bitcoin that they're holding on to in order to pay off to produce these dollars. So Raphael, good morning. Good morning to me. And I'm not sure if it's good morning or good afternoon to you. But good morning. I hope you're doing well. So that's going to be a big thing to watch, right? And this Silvergate's going to be a big thing to watch as well. What does that do? And what happens if Silvergate goes belly up? And I mean, you got to think about these things, right? What happens if Silvergate's the next one to go belly up? Yeah, they're a bank, but they're basically a cryptocurrency bank. Call them what you want, but that's what they are. They hold a lot of these cryptocurrency loans, which is why Coinbase quit taking deposits. My assumption today is that you're going to see some more tier 1 bigger exchanges come out and say that they're now no longer accepting deposits from Silvergate. So Timsky, good morning. Timsky, we're counting money today. We're going to figure out where we're going to get in today at. We're going to figure out where we're going to get in this market today at. So what I encourage you guys to do today is to look at your DCA levels and figure out whether or not you're at a situation in your investments, or whether or not you're at a level where you should be DCAing into your projects right now, or you should be, sitting back and relaxing. I wouldn't overreact to this market, and I definitely wouldn't put a lot of money into this market right now, because March is going to be a rough month for this market, both crypto and stocks. So my thought is in March, I'm probably going to get wrecked on both sides because I have stock and crypto. But I'm okay with that for now. But I wouldn't be putting a lot of money into this market. I would be DCAing my way into this market slowly, because there's a lot of news out there and a lot of things that are coming that can negatively impact this market. Big Watch, dude, good morning. I hope you listened to that AMA yesterday with Augustine, because I think we answered some of your questions from yesterday. Dr. Rob, Big Watch, Timsky, weekend pump. I don't know. Timsky, I don't know if we're going to have a weekend pump. I think it's going to be dictated, like we say every Friday, not by how this market right here opens, the stock market opens, but how it closes, right? And I think it's going to be dictated by a lot by how the Silvergate situation plays itself out today too. I don't think we're done. I don't think we're done hearing news on that. I heard you shout me and XXI out. Yeah, man, you guys asked the question, man. We're gonna get you the answer, man. We're gonna get you guys the answers to the questions that you want. Team's way too transparent for you guys to have any type of questions. The fact, Cool and Chris says, the fact that MMAI has an MOU with I can never say that, Quanticom, has me geeky. I knew it would. I knew that would pique your interest, Cool, Chris, man. But I was pumped up about the gaming aspect yesterday, the microtransactions and how people are going to be able to own what they buy and be able to trade that. I think that's going to be big. I know Gala's doing the same thing, but I just think that without that, you lose a little something. And I know it's not going to come out in beta that way, but I don't care about that. I just care about when it's fully released that ready to go. So I was big on that. And I think with AMA, the AMA yesterday, I don't even want to call it an AMA. The update, yesterday's updates were huge. So Elmo, good morning. Good morning. I know Elmo, my man, is ready to see what properties he owns. I know that. Man owns half of the metaverse. But I think that was a good Twitter space yesterday. And I'm excited. I'm really excited about the Pure Wallet. I am absolutely excited about it. I think that with the Pure Wallet, I think that what we're going to see is we're going to see a lot of innovation, and we're going to see a lot of adoption, right? I think we're going to see a lot of people who doubted what the Pure Wallet could actually do, which I understand why they would doubt it, because it's never been seen before. It's never something like this has never been pulled off, right? But when it is pulled off, I think you're going to see a lot of adoption. You're going to see a lot of people. You're going to see a lot of people using it. I know you are. You got to be like a kid in the candy store right now, waiting. Um, Not all, Daniel. I didn't say all. I said half. Said half. Man, Elmo owns about half. But I think that's what you're gonna see. Is you're gonna see a lot of adoption with that Pure Wallet. I just think it's one of these things where you don't understand the magnitude of what's about to happen with this wallet until you actually have it in your hands and you're actually using it and you see the functions actually come to life in front of your face. And I think the more and more people that see that, and I think there will be a lot of people that see that, um, the more and more you're going to see people come over and at least start to play with it. Obviously you're not going to get people to move all of their crypto over there right to start when it comes out. I mean, let's be honest. I'm straight up here. You'd be a fool, right, to move everything that you owned over to the wallet until you tested it. You're comfortable with it. You knew that. This is something that you wanted. But I think you're going to see a lot of people move money over there to start testing this thing and really start to utilize it. So I think that's going to be a lot. It's going to be a big driver right there. And $50 for a cold storage is a drop in a bucket, right? That's a drop in a bucket. It really is. So got that going on, right? And then of course, Augie drops more bombs that we need to get some more information on about NFTs in music and artists and industries like that. And I'm big on NFTs for artists and entertainers and people, because I think that right now in this system that we currently have set up, they're getting robbed by distributors and publishers. I mean, they're just getting robbed. I mean, by the time the money gets to them, they're probably seeing quarter of what they've actually produced in revenue. So if NFTs can take care of that for them, and MMAI can play a small part in that, then I'm all about it. So I'm bullish on what he's saying. So I just we gotta know more information, and it'll come. But right now it's about the Pure Wallet for me in the game. So that's what I want. That's where the concentration is for me. But yeah, this market, guys. I don't know. The futures right now in the stock market look good. And when you go over here, crypto market looks like it's going sideways. Let's take a look at this market cap again and see where it's performing over the day here. We got to get to the day. So there's your dump. We're going sideways still. We're still headed sideways. So this is a good thing. I would encourage you guys, as you're doing your trading and as the stock market's opening, the overseas markets are closed, and as the United States markets start to open, what I would encourage you guys is to bring up this market cap chart right here on CoinMarketCap and pay attention to whether or not, as this thing opens, we drop below this 1,020,000,000,000 market cap, right? Because if we drop below this, that the market has not found its floor from yesterday's drop, right? It has not found its floor, but right now it's showing a good strength. It's trading sideways since the dump, basically, give or take a couple $1 billion, which is good. This is what you want to see. You want to see that big dump. You want to see that sideways movement, because if you're buying, you don't want to buy here, and you don't want to buy all the way down. So even if you miss the bottom a little bit, do you really care? If you want to buy here, you want to buy on this sideways action. and you want to see it play itself out for a little while too. So, people are so worried about hitting the exact bottom. You're never going to hit the exact bottom. Worry about buying on on this when it's trading sideways for a little while. This right here is where you're going to get the best bang for your buck. It's not all the way at the bottom. You're never going to time the bottom. The coin store, the cold storage is huge. It is huge. Ken, it's absolutely huge. And that is the game changer, right? For us, just retail investors, that's where it is, right? That's the for big businesses, it's really that offline payment, right? Plus the cold storage. But for me, it's really about the cold storage. I don't know how much I'm going to use that offline payment. I may use this crap every day. I don't know because I've never seen it before. I've never seen it. So, until I see it and I actually get it in my hands and I actually use it, but understand with that offline payment, it's got to be from Pure Wallet to Pure Wallet, right? So that offline payment will become more and more popular the more and more people that use the Pure Wallet. So same five is built in now. True. No, 50 basis points is not built in. 25 is built into the stock market. If they go 50 in March, you'll see a big market dump. MMAI is holding strong. MMAI is holding strong. Elmo, you are absolutely right, and that is all about liquidity, baby. I don't know how often or how many times we have to talk about this liquidity so that people understand it and that people can actually go in and look at other projects that they're looking at and look at the liquidity. I mean, when you look at this big market dump, it affected MMAI, but it didn't affect it to the extent that a lot of the other lower market cap tokens were affected. MMAI took by far a far less hit, right? And it's all about liquidity. With Silvergate, Bank having issues, crypto in the next few weeks will be dumped. We talked about that, Elmo, a lot with Silvergate. Lost 48% of its stock price yesterday. That's why I keep telling everybody wait till the stock market opens today to see if we continue with this market cap and this sideways action. If Silvergate opens today and the stock actually starts to dump again, you're gonna see Bitcoin dump again. It's gonna happen. But you have to also watch out this Mt. Gox thing. I'm telling you guys, it's not a huge story. Not a lot of people are talking about it, but Mt. Gox owns a lot of Bitcoin. And that Bitcoin held the floor for a long time. And when they start paying this out next week, to the creditors, because that's when they have to start paying it out is next week, you're going to see, one or two things are going to happen. Either a bunch of people are going to take their payment in Bitcoin and they're either going to hold on to it or they're going to dump it, or a bunch of people are going to take their payout in cash. And and a lot of people are the Mt. Gox trustee is going to have to sell this Bitcoin in order to produce this cash. So, there was some of that yesterday. I believe the big whale that probably dumped a lot of this Bitcoin was probably the Mt. Gox trustee, because like I said, retail investors are not going to sell that much Bitcoin at once. So you got to pay attention. Like, you got to pay attention to this, because like, if half of the people want their money in cash, got to sell that Bitcoin, and it's going to dump the market. Correct. Then you Then you got Bitcoin and ETH staking ending. Yeah, they are. ETH is a big one. They're staking. When that comes out, you don't know what them stakers are going to do with that money. You just don't know. You they could dump it all back on the market. 10 years 10 years waiting to be 10 years waiting to be hold on one second. 10 years 10 years waiting to be paid. I think I would cash out. Ken, that's what a lot of people think with their Mt. Gox money. They would cash out, but 10 years ago, what was the price of Bitcoin, right? So you're going to get paid out in the amount of Bitcoin that you owned at the time, right? So, you take the cash or you take the Bitcoin. I know two of the biggest investors, the article I was reading yesterday, two of the biggest people that have to be paid out are actually taking 90% Bitcoin and 10% cash. So, you tell me, are they going to hold on to that Bitcoin until it gets back up to 60K and then dump it? They want 90-10, 90% Bitcoin, 10% cash. I don't blame them. After 10 years, I'd want cash too. So, I would hold. I'd hold knowing it's going to. That's a tough decision. Like, let's say 10 years ago you owned, 1,000 Bitcoin because you bought it at next to nothing, right? And now all of a sudden it's $22,000. What are you thinking right now? I mean, you're an instant millionaire. Multiple times over. Do you hold that Bitcoin and wait for it to go up to 60,000, 100,000, or do you take your payout now? I think for me, I would take a mixture of both, right? I would take enough money in cash to make me financially stable, and then I would just take the rest in Bitcoin, and ride this market up. You're already waiting. What's a little more time? Yeah, I mean, Timsky, like I said, I agree. Like, I think some people would take it all in Bitcoin. I would say, give me enough to set me financially free, because you got to remember 10 years ago, these people were buying a lot of Bitcoin at next to nothing. And then I would ride the rest. I literally would ride the rest. March may turn out to be pretty valuable. I think March is going to turn out to be the month where the people who have put themselves in a position. Remember, cash is a position. The people who have put themselves in a position to capitalize on the dips of the market are going to make a lot of money in the long run. People that did not put themselves in a position to have cash on the side to buy these dips are going to be kicking themselves further down the road that they were unable to participate in what's about to come. So when you look at Bitcoin, it's sitting at 22.3, right? Lost about $1,000 in a couple hours. And then now we're just trading sideways. So it's easy to lose $1,000 in an hour, but it's damn sure hard to gain it back in an hour. Is what I'm saying. So, if you look at it, the people, March is not going to set up to be a great month. inflation is not going to come in at a rate that's going to make people feel comfortable. The jobs data is not going to come in at a rate to make people feel comfortable. The worldwide inflation is not going down at the rate that people want, or the rate that they expected, right? None of this, people are living off their credit cards worldwide, not just in the United States, but worldwide, right? People are living off of credit. People are falling behind right now. I'm starting to lean more and more towards a 50 basis point rate increase. I know yesterday the market's pumped because I forget what Fed chair came out and said that they were in favor of a 25 basis point rate increase. I don't know if we're going to get that this time. I don't think that the data is lining up. I think it's lining up to where they have to be more hawkish than dovish. They have to swoop in. It's just what they're doing right now is not working. I mean, that's the bottom line. It's not working. So there's only two ways that you're going to get the market out of the situation that it's in worldwide. It's either to print money or to cut supply, or to cut demand, I should say. And they're not going to print money. So they have to raise these rates to a level in which people quit buying. Turns out that the Fed chair doesn't even have a vote. No, he doesn't have a vote. He doesn't. It's a board, so the board's going to vote on what happens, and the Fed chair is going to come out and tell everybody what the vote is. But what I can tell you is, even though you're not the president of the board, even though you're the president of the board and you don't hold a vote, you hold a lot of sway in what's talked about in that room. Coin Rabbit came out and I got emails popping at me, so I'm trying to read comments while my emails are popping at me, and announced will list Bone. Oh, Coin Rabbit. Yeah, Bone's gonna list Bone. Do you know Crypto.com's listing Bone too? The announcement came out yesterday, right directly from Crypto.com. So Bone is being listed on Crypto.com. I'm not sure. The trading pair was supposed to go live yesterday. You can see it on Crypto.com, but some people were saying they could trade it. Some people were saying they couldn't. So my thought is that they're adding liquidity to that pairing. But then it looks like Coin, so, Bone's going to get listed on a lot of other tier 1 exchanges because of the value that it possesses right now, and where it's headed. I think Crypto.com and all of these tier 1s like that are just the beginning of what you're going to see from Bone moving forward. I don't think that there's going to be a tier 1 that it's not on. It got popped last night. It got popped good last night. Here was the dump right here. And then it's actually traded sideways and starting to come down a little bit this morning, starting to come down even a little bit more. When I looked at this first thing this morning, because I own a lot of Bone. I have a nice sized bag of Bone. But when I looked at it this morning, it was at 155. Now it's at 153. So starting to even come down a little bit more this morning. So, but yeah, I don't think that Bone's done. I think you're going to see all the tier 1s listed. I totally agree. Totally agree with you. We'll see half 0.5%. 0.5%. You think so too, Elmo? I think so too. I was all about 25 basis points rate increase when they first announced it, what their plan was. And then I start to see these numbers come in. And I think to myself, there's no way. There's no way that they can continue to do 25 and 25 with the numbers coming in the way that they are. They're not meeting any of their expectations. They're not meeting any of their goals. They're not meeting any of the they're not meeting anywhere where they think they should be or said that they were going to be. So, there's only one way out of the situation, and that's to raise interest rates even higher than what you already have. Unfortunately, and this is the part that I hate about this whole economy situation, not only in the United States, but everywhere in the world, is the people that are going to be affected by this are lower and middle class families, because their rate of pay is not going up to match inflation, and that's exactly what the federal government wants, and that's what they're getting. And I think that lower and middle class families will feel the brunt. Not even lower and middle class families will feel the brunt of what's going on in the market right now. And unfortunately, that's what's going to happen. It's going to drop a lot of people that were middle class families across the world into the status of poor, and they're going to really struggle to make it. Hardworking people that go to work every day are really going to struggle to make their ends meet, and them are the people that are going to be affected most by what's going on in this market. I mean, let's face it. If you're well off, do you really give a damn if you go to the store and you pay $6 instead of $3 for eggs? It doesn't affect you on a day-to-day basis at all. So unfortunately, that's what's going to happen. It's truly unfortunate, but ultimately, the middle class will be the ones that pay the price for what's going on, and they're the ones that you want to invest in these markets, right? We want to have the middle class so educated that they're investing in these particular markets right now and in the stock market right now, so that when these things start to turn around in the long run, that's that big generational wealth transition of wealth. But the problem is you have to have money on the sidelines to do that, right? And that's why the rich keep getting richer, because they can do that. But the more and more people we educate on, like, this is the time to do this, and this is the time where you want to be spending money, the better and better off you are. Jumping on the Twitter at 9:15. All right, Rob. I'll see you at 9:15. I do have a couple meetings early this morning, so I'll be on and off. So, but I'll definitely hop over at 9:15. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this stream off, guys. Because as you guys can see, my email is dinging at me, and my phone is going crazy, and that's why sometimes I miss some comments. But got some stuff I got to take care of this morning. Got some pressing stuff, but I missed yesterday. But I wanted to get at you guys and let you guys know this market is still unstable. So be careful. Be careful in what you have going on. As far as investing today, I would suggest not making a move until after 9:30 Eastern Standard Time when the stock market opens. Let's see where this thing goes. But we are showing strength right now in the market cap by trading straight sideways since the dump. But sideways action is good action. But sideways action is only going to go one or two ways. It's either going to go up or it's going to go down, right? So let's see where this market goes from here. A lot of longs got liquidated yesterday, 200 million in longs, which means a lot of people may be putting in a lot of long plays today. So that may pump the market up, but really pay attention to two things. Pay attention to Silvergate, how their stock price opens today, and pay attention to that Mt. Gox situation. Both of them are huge drivers right now in the next week or so. So pay attention to them two things. Read a couple comments, and then I'm out. Peace, y'all. Stay ready. Yeah, you're right, XXI. You got to stay ready. You have to be mobile in this type of market. You've got to be ready to react at a moment's notice. So have that money on the side, guys. Without that money on the side, you can't react. I keep trying to tell you. I don't know how else to tell you. Do not put all your money in the market. Make sure that you have money on the sidelines to buy these dips, man. Make sure. If you don't, you're gonna be kicking yourselves later. So Elmo, man, I'm glad you joined us this morning. But you guys, so just stay vigilant, stay on your toes, watch the market, watch what's going on around you, stay up to date. Most importantly, look at your money. Know what you can invest. Don't overinvest. Don't put yourself in debt by investing, but make sure you have some of that money stacked on the side. It'll pay for itself later. So with that, guys, have a great morning. I will see you guys all in Dr. Rob's space at 9:15 this morning. Go on over there, check them out. Let's talk about what we got to talk about. Let's have a great positive Friday. Let's get this weekend started off right. Everybody have a great day, and I appreciate every single one of you guys, and I appreciate every single one of you guys for spending your morning with me. Have a great morning, and I will see you guys around, and let's all make some money. Thanks.